It's been a crazy month of December for EV stocks, with Tesla, NIO, XPeng, and Li all making stock offerings which pushed all their stock prices lower. Then there was the US Congress approving legislation that would delist companies from the US stock markets if they don't comply to audits by the Public Accounting Oversight Board. Then there was a report from Hindenburg that came out accusing Canyon Technologies of falsifying their revenue. With all this volatility in the EV space, what has this meant for my small account challenge? Make sure to stick around until the very end, and let's go and make some money. Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Charles. With the holidays just about over and with New Year's coming around in just a few days, it's been a crazy time to get anything done. And I know I'm way overdue with providing updates to my small account challenge, so that's what I want to talk about here today. First, I'll give you an update to where my account stands at this point and compare that to where I should be. Second, we'll jump to my Webull account and I'll show you what I bought and sold as part of my swing trades to this point, and I'll also show you what plays I'm currently in. And finally, I'll talk about what I've learned so far and what this means moving forward. And just a reminder, I'm not a financial advisor or a licensed professional, and so everything I mentioned in this video is for entertainment purposes only, entertaining you and the rest of YouTube with what I'm personally doing to achieve my financial goals. And if you want to get started today in investing, you can do so by simply signing up for a Webull account and receiving 2 free stocks, both worth up to $250 each. You can get 2 additional free stocks worth up to $1,600 each by funding that account with $100. So 4 free stocks worth up to a total of $3,700. How cool is that? Who doesn't want free money? But hurry, because this deal ends on December 31st. I'll leave a link below in the description for you to get started in opening your account today. Now let's jump into my computer. Alright, so here we are on my laptop. We're looking at the spreadsheet that I'm using to track my progress. As you can see, it's a little bit different from the first time you saw it a few weeks back. But the big difference here that I want to point out to is the $318 that I have under the initial one-time investment. If you could remember, the point of this small account challenge was for me to take $200 and attempt to grow that to $100,000 by the end of 2021. And I just wanted to update this value here to take into account 2 things. The first one being the 2 free stocks that I did receive from Webull for opening up my account. Both stocks were valued at approximately $9 each, so $18 total for the 2 of them. And also the second thing, so at this time frame here, there was some additional opportunity that I wanted to take advantage of. And so in order to do that, I added an additional $100 so that I could take advantage of that buying opportunity at that time. And then so with the initial investment of $200, the 2 stocks valued at $9 each, and the additional $100 added to the pot, the total initial one-time investment is $318, in which I show here. And I know I still have a long way to go in this journey to $100,000 by the end of 2021. And so if along that journey I add additional capital along the way, I'll go ahead and annotate that here, just so that when this journey is over, I'd want to know how much of my own money did I add in to get to see whatever total I end up getting by the end of 2021. And I know that I'm already a few milestones late in providing updates to my small account challenge. As you can see here, I already do have 3 of the time frames already filled out. Like my initial goal was to that every 2 weeks that I was going to provide status on my small account challenge. With the holidays and everything going around and life as we know it, I haven't had time to update my videos, but I did. But what I did instead was able to just update my spreadsheet to see where my account balance stands at these certain milestone dates. And so for the first one of November 27, 2020, my projected balance shows that I should have received $385. And as you can see here, my actual balance, I did pretty well, a little over $625, and with a profit of almost $240. And then on that next milestone of December 11, 2020, my projected balance was supposed to be $567.12. And as you can see here, I did well again, getting an actual balance of $680.16 for a net profit of $113.04. So that's just the difference between these two. And on my recent milestone on Christmas Day, my projected balance was supposed to be $687.35, but my actual balance was $744.78 for a net profit of $57.43. So just starting out, I'm doing pretty well, as you can see here. I know it's still pretty early in my journey to $100,000. A lot could happen. Still a lot for me to learn. I'm just hoping to see that 2021 would be a much better year as far as growth and learning how to invest in the stock market. And I hope all that will translate to me making my goal of $100,000 or more or better by the end of 2021. All right, so here we are in my Webull account, and as you can see, my current account balance is sitting at $713.83 at the time of this recording, which is December 29th, 2020. And we're not going to spend a whole lot of time here. I just wanted to show you where my account is currently sitting at. The stocks that I currently own as part of my current swing trade plays, as well as the stocks that I have purchased and sold as part of my past swing trades. And as I scroll towards the bottom, you can see the ticker symbols of those companies that I currently own as part of my current swing trade plays. A lot of them are in the red at the moment. I'm hoping that tomorrow or definitely next week that these will all be green, so that when I do sell them, I'll sell them for a profit. All right, so here we are on the orders page where it shows everything that I have purchased and sold ever since opening my Webull account. And these are the stocks that I have purchased and sold as part of my swing trade plays. As you can see, I'm really involved in the EV space. You can see the EV companies such as NIO, XPeng, FSR, that's another EV company. There's XPeng again. And I'll also get involved in some other companies such as NNDM, Nano Dimensions, which is a 3D printing company. I'll also get involved with that just because of the hype that I've been hearing from others on YouTube. So I'll get involved with other companies like that. There's Archimoto. It's another EV company, such as well as Iro Incorporated. There you see XPeng again, Archimoto, and so on and so forth. So like I said, guys, I'm still early on in this swing trading process, learning. So as I gain more knowledge, I will hope to expand into other sectors such as pharmaceuticals. Pharmaceuticals right now are pretty hot space to get involved with, especially to be able to swing trade if you could find those companies that are about to break out. So I will look into investing in other sectors as well. Now that I have a little over 2 months of swing trading under my belt, I'd say the biggest thing I need to learn is to keep my emotions out of it when it comes to buying and selling stocks. You often hear that from investors, who've been doing this for a long time, and it's true that you sort of need to have this poker face mentality when buying and trading stocks because it helps you keep focus. I'm naturally an emotional person, and in spite of facts staring at me in the face, I tend to go the other way, and that has bitten me a few times in the butt with some of these trades. And this leads me to the next thing that I've learned, which is to stick to the plan. I've already calculated that I need to make at least 22% profit on each of my swing trades within 2 weeks of entering into position in order for me to achieve my goal of $100,000 by the end of 2021. And it doesn't matter if it's a swing trade of one stock or a swing trade of 50 stocks, 22% is 22% and they all add up. And so when I see a trade I've made that's sitting at about 20% and still growing, I either have to set a trailing stop loss or take profit at that moment. A few times I've had stocks run up 30, 40, 50% only for them to drop in price. Other times I see stocks go past 20%, I wait to see if I could get more, only to come back and check 15 to 30 minutes later and it's down and never really recovering. So it makes it even more important to either take profit right then and there or set up a stop loss or a trailing stop loss to lock in those gains. Sure, not all my trades will be profitable and I've already had to sell some for losses. In the business of swing trading, I'm going to have to understand not all trades will be winners and that I have to take what I can get even if it's below 20% profit. I'll just have to make adjustments later on down the road. Another thing that I've learned and that I should start doing is to do my own due diligence when it comes to researching stocks for my next swing trades. With a lot of YouTubers out there pushing NIO, Tesla, LCA, or the next hottest SPAC that will 10x your money in 1 year, or is about to explode, or is headed for the moon, it's hard to ignore them when just starting out, and especially when just about almost every YouTuber out there is pushing the same thing. FOMO, or the fear of missing out, really starts to kick in for me, and each time I see headlines like that. So why not believe them, right? The one thing to keep in mind when swing trading, since timing is everything versus investing for the long term, is that when you see these YouTube videos pushing certain stocks, it's almost always too late, since by the time you're watching them, the stock price has already trended up or is now headed back down. I got lucky on a few trades when I got in when the stock was already hitting higher highs and it continued running up. For example, I got in on Xpeng at around $38 a share, which was a high at the time, and finally sold them at around $72 a share. This stock just kept going up. Others I bought at a high only for the stock to turn right around. Along the same lines as do my own due diligence, the next thing I need to learn how to do is to use stock screeners such as FinViz to look for stocks I may want to swing trade. FinViz is an online tool that helps you screen for stocks you are looking for based on specific criteria that you set. For example, you can use it to look for stocks that fall within a certain PE ratio range, for stocks that are either growth or value stocks. Use it to look for stocks that are either oversold or ones that have a certain percentage revenue growth over a 12-month period. Most brokerages such as Fidelity and Webull have their own screeners if you trade on any of those platforms. So by screening for stocks that meet your criteria and then doing your own due diligence on those stocks, you can research to see how the rest of the technicals look, whether the stocks are trending up, down, or consolidating, see what up-and-coming catalysts might drive up the price, find out where you might want to take a position, and then finally buy into position before it does break out. By screening for stocks, I can find stocks I may want to swing trade and get in early enough before they take off instead of having to rely solely on YouTube. Don't get me wrong, I'd say YouTube is still great for getting ideas on what stocks you might want to trade, but I'd say use that as support to what you've already found out on your own. Well, that's it for now. I'm really looking forward to 2021 and hoping that I do better in my stock picks so that I meet my goal of $100,000 by the end of next year. Thanks for watching.